After the massive cult success of 1964 Pinocchio, Fukui would be back in the director's chair to make the black and white splatterpunk nightmare that is Rubber's Lover. Unlike Pinocchio, Rubber's Lover focuses more on giving you a stronger story rather than crazy editing and surreal insanity. It gives you doses of this, but it's much more fleshed out in my opinion. So, what is it about? It centres around a small group of scientists who kidnap people and conduct experiments on them against their will, potentially to extract psychic abilities from them, using a mind-shattering drug called DDD or Ether. The drug is administered with a massive needle. Jesus Christ, look at that fucking thing. They also use a form of sensory deprivation to further the process that includes bombarding them with loud sounds. Surprisingly, there is a lot of old technology being used, recording the results onto analog tape because, well, digital doesn't stand a chance and it just breaks. However, when one of the experiments goes horribly wrong, I mean a subject fucking explodes from the inside out, the funding for these experiments is eventually pulled when a female representative goes to the facility to tell them that they are going to be out of work. So in one last ditch effort to get the results they so badly desire, they kidnap her and subject her to the torture as well as one of the scientists who got exposed to some of the DDD and Ether, which you guessed produces nightmarish results. Which is, ladies and gents, an MK Ultra wearing creature in a rubber suit that reminded me of something out of Creature from the Black Lagoon meets Tetsuo. The atmosphere in this movie is incredibly claustrophobic, with the industrial-style laboratory. It makes the whole film feel cold and unwelcoming. Being filmed in black and white also helps give the audience a lack of depth to the environment. And what I mean by that is, shadows are a solid black, making it difficult to figure out how big the lab is, which made me feel quite uneasy. Anyone or anything can creep from the dark, and I didn't like that. One scene that lives in my head rent-free is where one of the scientists begins to see hallucinations. Check this out. I never trusted the film after that. There's definitely a sense of entrapment and loss of time within this film, being that there are no windows. It's difficult to decide what time of day it is, apart from the start and end where we do see daylight and, nighttime. It adds an overall sense of going insane, but asks the question, how long have the scientists spent in this hellhole? Throughout me watching the film, I felt that no one in the research labs were safe. Anyone at any minute could turn on one another just like that, thanks to the mind-altering drugs called DDD or Ether. It strips away the humanity that we have gradually learned over time and makes the subject animalistic. Most of the scenes in this movie are incredibly disturbing, one involving a rape, lots of scenes of torture, and one that stuck with me for a while, where one test subject is let upon a defenseless person strapped to a bed, where the other simply rips them limb from limb. I guess it's to demonstrate the effects of the drug, but it's just really fucked up. One of the executives from the research company, I presume so, is sitting in the corner and just laughing at the situation. It was just disturbing, really disturbing. Rubber's Lover did quite well in the midnight film circuit in Japan, spawning more of a cult following thanks to Fukui's unique style of filmmaking. Fukui went into filmmaking retirement where he would still make videos for production companies, but came back in 2006 with the elusive and unobtainable film Oni. Oni? I don't know, but we're just going to call it Oni. And then in 2008 into 2009, he released a 30-minute short called S94, where a deadly virus has led humans to the brink of extinction. The story follows two women who are stuck in an underground bunker and need to survive, which sadly to say again is impossible to find a physical copy or even a digital one. It's ridiculous. Both of his main works that I've talked about in this video have become heavily sought after collector's items due to them being long out of print. This is a real shame because I believe that aspiring filmmakers can take a lot away from the frantic and rebellious nature of Fukui's work. It's safe to say they have garnered quite a cult following in the UK and America, so there really is some demand for them. But the question still lies, are these films worth the expensive price tag? And do you want to know what I honestly think? No. They're not worth it. Yes, they're unique. Yes, they're one of a kind. But I'm sorry, they're not worth the price of a brand new video game. I'm sorry. It really is a shame that all of his work hasn't been preserved and translated, because they do deserve to be viewed for future generations. Hell, even Tsukamoto's prototype for Tetsuo is dumped online, so why couldn't Fukui's be dumped online? Thankfully though, channels on YouTube have uploaded both 964 and Rubber's Lover in full, including his 2 shorts from university. If you haven't seen any of his films, I would highly recommend you watch them, and if you can get these for cheap, pick them up. Pick them up. You are doing yourself a disservice, because they're just really elusive and they're quite the unique piece of art, really. And of course, I will leave links below where you can watch them online if you want to, of course.
Sensational.
This was a long video to make, but thank you so much for watching, guys. Do leave a like, comment, and please subscribe, and I will see you again for the next one. Have a nice day. Thank you.